And in those days, shall men seek death and should not find it.
They gonna want to die.
Please, I ready to die.
You know what I mean? But they ain't gonna be able to find it. Go ahead.
And shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them.
Yeah, they shall desire.
Hey, that's heavy, man. That's heavy for real.
Death gonna walk right by them.
Good.
Like, oh, you can't handle this, huh?
Man,
You want me to come there and take your soul, huh? Well, I'm gonna go on over here and leave the struggle. Man, that's gonna be cold, man. Man, that's gonna be cold, man. They gonna be desiring to die.
Man, that's heavy.
And they not gonna be able to, man. The Lord ain't gonna take their spirit. He gonna leave them laying, man. That's beautiful, man. He gonna leave them laying for he gonna leave them laying for Revelation 19. The files gonna be eating on them and stuff. That's why, hey, they gonna, you know what I mean? Let me get that right quick. He gonna leave them laying there. He ain't gonna even take their soul just for this reason right here. They gonna be alive. A lot of them gonna, when this be happening right here.
Man, that's beautiful.
Revelations 19 and 17, and it says, and I saw. It says, and I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sat upon them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I saw a beast, and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war. Armageddon, NATO, and all of them. They saw him to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his armies. Who is that sat on that horse? Who they gonna make war against?
Michael.
Yahweh Shai. That sat on that horse and his armies. His armies are the angels.
Okay.
So they gonna make war against Yahweh Shai and the angels. Include that also the second Ezra, the 13th chapter. It says second Ezra 13:1, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night. This is Ezra. Okay, Ezra, what captivity was we in when Ezra was preaching?
It was the Syria, was it?
No. What captivity were we in when Ezra was preaching? I'll pull it up. It says, search for it. It says, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. That man that waxed strong is Yahweh Shai. The thousands of heavens are his angels. That's his army, right? And it just said that Esau and them was going to try to, the beast of his army. What?
Babylonian.
Said Babylonian exile.
He was 500 BC.
Empire in 539 BC.
So that's who?
You right here.
Who was that? The exile, I mean, we were there. So what captivity were we in? It says, and behold, and lo, a man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. Okay, they gonna tremble when they see the Lord, because his presence, he's coming with that presence in his great, powerful glory. Because he said in Isaiah 47, in 4 or 3 or 4, he said, I would not meet thee as a man. He ain't gonna meet you in the fleshly man. He came when he was teaching, showing all wisdom and knowledge and healing, okay, and being took down by Romans and beat on and spit on and spited on and buffing it. He not coming as that guy. He coming with all power, man. Okay? That's why they gonna tremble when they see it. You found it yet?
Was it it said something about Persia.
Persian Empire. There it is. Okay. See what y'all next assignment is. You pull up the empires, right? Pull up the empires, write them down, and go and type all the prophecy in. It'll give you the year in between, so you'll know what prophet prophesied what actual what's the name.
Okay.
Because once you know that, when you start reading, you see similarities to what they talk about.
Okay.
You know, after you get wisdom, you can jump around, but like I used to start, I would read every prophet I would go through, and when I got to the Babylonian, I would find out, well, what prophet was in the Babylonian Empire. I would find all the prophets that was in the Babylonian Empire. Then I would find out when did he preach. Then I would go in that order. I would read it just in that order. You know, because when you get to Jeremiah, over in the later chapters, it's gonna talk about Baruch. So you jump over to read in the Apocrypha, you gotta read Baruch. You'll start seeing similarities. And then when you get to the like the Assyrian Empire, you like Isaiah, Micah, them type dudes, them brothers, you start seeing similarities. When you see them precepts going over there, it's kind of like, oh, okay, you know they was there. It's to me, it was easy to study in that way.
Okay.
It was just easy for me. You might be different. But yeah, you got to know them with them time periods of them prophets. It helps for your understanding. Knowing what time they prophesied, what captivity. It says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard the voice, like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire. And after this beheld, and lo, there were gathered together a great multitude of men. These are the armed forces that spoke of, that beast and his armies was spoke of in Revelation 19 that's going to gather together to fight against the one that rode in on a horse of his armies, okay? Because when he come, they're going to already be fighting, and they're going to try to turn to fight against Yahweh Shai. He going to put the spirit on them. They're going to be afraid, but the Lord going to put the spirit on their mind to turn them guns. It's going to be like a power they ain't even felt. They're going to be like, oh my God, these guns just going to turn up and start shooting. That's going to be the death of you, man. Okay? It says, out of number from the four winds of the heavens to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Okay? They're going to try to subdue Yahweh Shai, man. And it says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it, right? That mountain was what? A chariot. Okay? It was a chariot. It looked like a mountain. And Zechariah was saying it was like 20 cubits. The breadth of the length was 10 cubits. The breadth of it was 20. Yeah. That's a small chariot compared to that mountain. Okay? Shit, a mountain as big as downtown down here. Man. So, you know what I mean? Like, think all the people that could fit in a chariot. You know, millions upon millions. Because a million people could fit down here. Yep. On these streets down here, a million people could fit all around. People's on every street in every part. If you get 2 million people downtown, so a chariot easily could fit 2 million people. You know, easy. That's the small ones. Just think, you got Yahweh Shai's ship. You know, and it says, but I would have seen the region or the place wherein the hill was graven, and I could not. So Ezra was saying, man, I was looking to see what part of the mouth was missing, but I couldn't tell. All right? And he says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, but yet does fight, because the Lord gonna put a spirit on them. He gonna hypnotize their ass and make them fight. They ain't gonna want to fight when they see it. They gonna be like, they mouth gonna be stuck. And, you know, when I can see it when we in the heavens, when we watch the movie, they gonna be showing Esau and them gonna see them chariots. While they already fight each other, they gonna be looking up, and you gonna be slow motion. You gonna see people looking at the chariot, bullets hitting them in the face, knocking them on out. You know that little slow motion? Yeah. You looking at the chariot and she stop and bullet busting in his face. Hey, man, this is gonna be wild, man. Sucks gonna be sucks to be you Edomites. It says, verse 10, verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword nor any instrument. So the Lord don't have no weapon. He had no weapon. Okay, he had that chariot though.
Yep.
That concentrated beam of fire. That's what he had. Okay, and it says, verse 10, only I saw that it sent out. Let me get this. Only as it saw, I sent out his mouth as it was a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue cast out sparks and tempests. And they all were mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath of a great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon the sudden innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Ezra was afraid. So what happened? The Lord, them concentrated beams of light, man. The Lord pulverized those people, man. Turned them into like being like cremated, man. When you cremate somebody, you basically put fire to them. You burn them up. So it's gonna be a cremation thing going on with the Lord, basically, so to speak. Okay. Them chariots, man. That nuclear fire, man. Give me 2 Peter 3 and 10, and give me Revelations 9 and 12. I think it is.
You want 2 Peter?
Okay. So, man, this is gonna be a beautiful time. This is a beautiful time we're in. Because when you read in 2 Corinthians, the first chapter speaks of our suffering. When brothers be going through things, to let them know we suffer just like you suffer, and our suffering is in Mashiach. We gonna get a consolation for this suffering, man. We gonna get a good consolation for it. It's called the kingdom of heaven. So whatever you go through, man, no matter how scary it might be, deal with it, man. Let them. Hey, they gotta kill you. Let them kill you. Cause shit, you don't even. Hey, man, the Lord put a force field on it. They kill you, you don't even feel it. You be right in the heavens. Be right back. Go stand in that little thing. Get your little transform. That little. You know how you transform. The little stuff start covering up your body. Boy, you be somebody new.
Yeah, for real.
Then you look in the mirror, little hair start growing out. You like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Brown on your face, it be permanent, boy. You be ready.
It's good to die by a minute.
Ready. Like,
Maccabees. Second Maccabees 7:13.
Yep, good to die by men. Give me what you got. Give me what you got.
In the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. And it reads, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
See, it's gonna come that day. Like you was a thief. Esau the thief. This is the house of the thief. But that day of the Lord gonna come like a thief as well on you. Go ahead.
And it reads, in the which the heavens shall pass away with great noise.
The heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Go ahead.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
The elements gonna melt with fervent heat. Now y'all already know for that. You already know them for the action. Give me an element that we made.
Carbon.
Give me one.
Fiber.
You say fiber.
No,
You know,
not fiber.
fiber. Would you take a shit? Come on, Jay.
Water. I forgot how you.
H2O.
H2O.
Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, phosphorus, magnesium. Okay. Look up the body composition. It'll give you the elements that you made of. All right. Jake said fiber. Going on, DJ. Fiber. I'm made of some shit. I already it's made of shit. Made of fucking shit. Go ahead.
Elements shall melt with fervent heat.
They gonna melt with heat gonna be so intense. This concrete that we have here, this everything you see gonna be flat. Even the people. Go ahead.
The earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
All the works gonna be burnt up, man, in America, man. Okay. Thus said the Bible. Thus said the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 11, and it reads, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation?
Now, you know this gonna happen. What conversation should you be in? Having that holy conversation. Speaking on what? The prophecies. Okay? Speaking on the destruction. Okay? Warning the people. Okay? Ezekiel 3 and 17. Go ahead.
And godliness. Verse 12. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh.
That's the coin phrase of 2021. Hasten the day of the Lord. Hey, that's why we continue. The scriptures say, pray without ceasing, man. We always Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shah, call all Yahweh Shah, Shah, saying prayers in your head, man, constantly. Hey, man, you know, Shalak Rayam, Shalak Rayam, Babylon, Babal, you know what I mean? Always praying for the downfall of this place, man. That's because only way you gonna get your rightful place back is this place gotta go. If you think for one, you finna get your rightful place and Esau's still in charge, then you are sadly mistaken. Because dude, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go.
And it reads, we're in the heavens being on fire.
Heaven's gonna be on fire. The first heaven. It's the first heaven. It's gonna be on fire, man. Go ahead.
And it reads, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
There you go again. He said it 2 times in the same